Hi everyone, and welcome to our first Linfield Coaches CatChat of the 2024 fall sports season. Joe Stuart here with head Linfield cross country coach Mike Blackmore, just a few days before the first meet of the season out here on a beautiful day in the Willamette Valley. Coach, how you doing? How's your summer been, and what are you excited about for this season?
I've had a very short summer, but that's okay. Wife and I had some fun. We took some trips. Actually worked, did a little recruiting while I was on my trip. So it's been a great summer, and getting right into our team. I think the kids have had a great summer, and we're ready to have a good season.
Yeah, you guys had a lot of progress last year with a young group and strides on both the men's and women's sides. How do you guys keep building on that as a unit going into 2024?
We got a really small team this year. The first time in 12 years as a college coach, I don't have a full women's team. So their focus is going to be on working together, but working for themselves to have some good individual performances. We get them all back next year, so this group could really work together as a unit to help whatever we see next year as a good group of freshmen. But on an individual basis, it's I want to see them actually get better within themselves and work on their weaknesses and continue to take advantage of their strengths and have a good season.
Yeah, so you said only four athletes on the women's side, 3 sophomores, and then the junior Leah Stednick. So for this group, yeah, a lot of focusing on individually getting better. Need 5 to score at the meet with only 4 of them. Going to be a lot of individual focus. A couple individuals that really came along through their freshman year. Jaden Taylor, a top 3 finisher for you guys in every race last season. Mm-hmm. What do you see for her going into her sophomore year?
I see her taking advantage of the summer that she had this year, doing things that she's never done as an athlete this summer. She looks like she's fit and has a strong body and has already shown some good things in a couple of short workouts. And I think she's just going to get better and better and better. She finished the season last year on a really high note, running a great 5K on the track. And developed into a pretty good steeplechaser for us and scored at the conference last year. So I think in her head, she's got a lot of confidence that she can do some really good things for us.
And Sania Ayala, another athlete that came along really nicely along freshman year, particularly in the second half of the season, made some big strides there in late October going into conference. How does she keep building on that?
Sania actually struggled a little bit with mentally with some things last year. We finished the season with some good conversations as to how she can correct that, in her own way. She realized that some of the stuff she did last year in training wasn't in her best interest, and she made some really good corrections this summer and is happy about those. And so we hope to translate some of that into some better race days for her. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that works out this weekend.
On the men's side, 6 athletes, 3 of them seniors. So that group, Alex Oathout, Bradley Kiltel, and Connor Dooley, really going to look to them to be your leaders this year. Again, with a smaller team, how do you see them leading this squad?
Well, they all have great positive attitudes. They actually, from a track perspective, they have completely different strengths amongst the 3 of them. But they work well together. They work well with their teammates. They're really encouraging. They did a great job teaching Devin how to be a college athlete last year, and that showed at the very end of the season where, I spent all season trying to get Devin to qualify in the 800, and he missed every single time. And then we threw him in a 5K, and he just crushes his PR, and actually got a qualifying mark, unfortunately, in the 5K. I'm going to look at the way we worked him last fall and make some adaptations. But going back to our 3 seniors, Alex had an awesome summer training actually here in McMinnville. Connor was down at LSU during an internship and took advantage of their facilities down there to have some great running. And Bradley, with his summer job, he literally got up every day at 4:30 to run, and got some good work in that he hasn't gotten in the summer before. So got, I think, 3 pretty strong guys, and Devin to be right there with them. And the great unknown is going to be Levi, who played soccer for 8 years and has never run cross country, but ran a half marathon last spring off of, like 20 miles a week. But he's already shown that he can handle a pretty good, workload so far. So that should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, impressive. And so a good group there on the men's side. And of course, Alex Oathow, kind of the leader there. He's been somebody that's been in the mix throughout his entire career, both cross country and track. Terrific track season last spring. You mentioned how hard he was working this summer. How does he finish his season as strong as he can and really in the best way to just put finishing marks on a really terrific career?
Yeah, I think that Alex and both Bradley are going to focus on end of season results, and we're going to work hard for another 6 weeks or so before we start thinking about championship time. But they both work really well together in workouts. I think both of them have a chance to be in the top 10 of conference if things go well. And that's what we're gonna shoot for, I think.
You've mentioned obviously there Bradley getting up at 4:30 during the summer. I mean, you got to love this to get up at 4:30 and train every day during the summer. And all three of those guys, hard workers. How does that translate to the rest of the team in a sport like cross country?
Well, we know what classes are like here at Linfield. These guys do even like during the summer, they did a lot of workouts for themselves. They have the same challenge here sometimes with class schedules and like all the sports do, but they do a good job of it. And how we get through the season based on what they do on a daily basis, sometimes on their own accord, will highlight what we do at the end, when it matters.
Linfield Harrier Classic coming up this weekend. Always nice that you guys get to start the season at home this Saturday, August 31st. New venue this year, moving from Joe Dancer Park to the Nines Reserve Golf Course. Terrific local golf course that a lot of us local golfers love. And you guys are going to be using it for cross country, owned by a Linfield alum. Tell us about what you're excited about for the race and kind of how that venue change came to happen.
Well, first of all, Linfield Athletics and Linfield Cross Country really appreciates what the city of McMinnville has done for us the past many, many years about hosting a meet. The biggest step forward for us in a positive way is that we now get to have a meet on a Saturday where the venue belongs to us. We can have spectators that we've never had before. And if it's anything like Oakville last year, if there's 1,000 people that come out and watch this race, that's going to be exciting, and that's what we're looking for. And the fact that we get to work with a local local business, not only the golf course itself, but the entertainment venue on campus. We're going to have pulled pork sandwiches and barbecued ribs and all sorts of stuff post-meet for the team and spectators. So we're really looking forward to being part of the community in a different way than we have in the past.
And just a couple miles away from campus here.
Just a couple miles away from campus.
Yeah,
so, if you live here and you want to have a nice morning run down Highway 99 to the Nines, we'd love to see you out there. If not, come early because parking might be limited. But bring your appetite. We'll have coffee and scones in the morning and barbecue for lunch.
10 a.m. Linfield Harrier Classic this Saturday, August 31st. We hope to see you out there as the Wildcats get the season going against some terrific regional competition. Coach Blackmore, thanks for the time and good luck this season.